What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So it's definitely been a long time since I've been back on this channel. I was super busy for an entire month and a half. And then after that, I was just like drained. So I needed like a break from almost everything for like at least 2 weeks. Now I'm back. It's been a really long time since I even mentioned anything Minidisc related on this channel. So today we're going to be checking one out. So I have this package that I got from Bai. What do we have here? This is a brand new one. Unopened TDK 74XG. This is really pretty. Yeah, for those of you who are kind of new to the channel, I am a big fan of Minidiscs, and I'm a big fan of audio players in general. I'm really big into tech, but ultimately I'm like a die-hard collector of these Minidiscs. Every once in a while, I'd get a unique or a rare one that I'd like to kind of just talk about and show. All right, let's see if we can open this guy up. It's still sealed. It's really nice. There we go. Very nice. Take the sticker off. More stickers. What do we have here for the stickers? Oh, cool. Yeah, you got the labeling, old school labeling. Very sweet. Wow. Gotta love checking out a brand new disc. Wait for now. Store this in a really nice spot. Probably put some music onto it and then store it into like a nice folder. Very cool. That's the TDK 74XG mini disc with the label and everything. I'm trying to keep a short video today just because I haven't been around for a while. I'll start easing in more and more throughout the month. Now that we got all that taken care of, this past month and a half when I was busy with different jobs and doing long hours, I was thinking about this channel and the things I talk about. I mainly talk about headphones and audio players. I rarely talk about other types of tech and other types of things for that matter. And that's, you know, for good reason. I'm not trying to branch out to too many things. But this past month, I had to deal with so many items with me in the field. Because I work on set, I basically live out of my car or my backpack, you know, my gear bag if I have my tools with me. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would love to carry a mini disc with me everywhere I go, but because these are getting rarer and more rare, I like to baby them. I basically baby my mini discs now. So all of these, I kind of store nicely into like a, you know, a case, display case, or folders, shelves. But during like field work, set work, I bring, you know, solid state stuff with me just to make life a little less stressful. I love my wired earbuds, but I'm already wired up to like a walkie surveillance. So having multiple wires and then also having another thing in my ear. Having another thing in my ear isn't that bad, but just more wires to deal with on set is just kind of a pain. You know, you're getting hooked on things and sometimes you just want to keep it low key. So then I purchased one of these things, which is kind of like the middle ground between Bluetooth and having your favorite IEMs, right? These are the KZ-AN01 Active Noise Cancellation Wireless IEM Bluetooth adapters. They're pretty awesome. They're very convenient. They don't really give me any hassle. They connect to my stuff with no problem. They're very light. Put this aside here. I like rocking these on the headphones just because these were provided to me as a gift from CCA Audio. Figured these were perfect and light enough just to take around work. And they're great. I just wear one on one ear and then I wear my surveillance on the other ear. And I could, you know, just watch a video, take calls. It makes life a lot simpler while having your favorite IEMs. I could go ahead and get AirPods, which I do. My wife has AirPods and my dad can give me his spare AirPods. I love my IEMs just a little bit more than the sound that comes out of AirPods, even the CCA Audio. So then these connect to my Heidi's and they'll connect to my phone because they'll remember 2 devices. Yeah, I recommend these for work or exercising. Maybe not exercising because there's a lot of electronics going on. They got a little microphone too, and I would ask if I was clear or not, and they said it was. Anyway, this is just some of the gear that I kind of depend on while I'm at work. You know, I don't take my my pretty IEMs with me anymore. If anything, I just swap them out and put them, you know, I get to have a little more control this way, and it's kind of fun. I would rock these two, including my phone. And there you go, I get to have some music with me. And then also, you know, I would bring like a portable speaker. Depending on the job or the situation I'll be in, hopefully I get to plan ahead, at least within 24 hours. Sometimes the call time comes in like the night before, and I don't really have a lot of time to plan. But sometimes I'll take this, which is kind of my go-to. It's loud, it's nice, it sounds great, holds a charge. But if times are kind of, you know, if I have to travel light or have to take a lot of other things with me and I have not a lot of room for personal stuff, I would take this little speaker. And I've already talked about this speaker on this channel, but this is kind of like my, put this aside here. This would be like my everyday tech carry, maybe with this. There are some other things, you know, in like other like gear. I got flashlights, which I'm going to talk about in a second, knives, tools. Sometimes if I'm working in a like a grassy field or indoors, I will take my Minidisc player just because I like to bring it with me, and then I'll leave one of these behind. But 70% of the time I'm out on set, I would be taking a solid state music player that's separate from my phone, just because it makes life a little simpler. Because sometimes I'm using my phone as like a monitor or whatever, or it's dying. It's always dying. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the things I kind of deal with in like a real life situation or a real life scenario. I work in different environments, and the pace on those jobs are hurry up and wait. So you gotta like have everything efficient. If you're gonna be messing around with a Minidisc, it better be a slow day. Sometimes I used to carry a PS Vita, which is underneath this desk right now. I would have to lift this whole thing up and pick it up. But my PS Vita croaked. I don't have many other options except for like my phone to play games to kind of kill time. Moving on to the next topic. So a moment ago, I just mentioned how I was thinking about the topics I talk about on this channel. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Each video has like a certain type of gear that's involved. For example, like this card cutter. It's made out of titanium. They're like little things like this little light or this guy right here. Sometimes you'll see me whip out my knife to cut things open. I am a very big gear guy. I love quality gear, and I was thinking about talking more about it on this channel. I want to start talking about flashlights more. I'm just really into flashlights. There's nothing else to say about that. I'm just really into flashlights. I'm into the quality of flashlights, how they're built, where they're coming from, how bright they are. I'm interested in like the color reproduction it creates, or you know, how it renders the color, especially modern lights. Because on the jobs that I go on, I use these guys quite often. I use both of these guys. You know, I always have music on or close by or on the person, and I always have a flashlight. This one I use specifically for work, and this kind of just stays on my work belt. There's nothing crazy about it, but it's a very nice utility light. You know, it's by Olight. It's the Arc Pro. I believe it's the Arc Pro Ultra. There's spot, and then there's flood, and then there's like a UV light. Oh, there's also a laser. So, kind of in the same realm of technology that I like to deal with and talk about. And I figured every once in a while I'll talk about flashlights and maybe some other items that I carry. Maybe I'll talk more about my knife one of these days. I'm kind of like a Minidisc collector and like a flashlight collector in some ways. I collect like this light, for example. This is the Reylight Mini Pineapple MK3. This is made out entirely titanium. Beautiful light. This actually has a better light source than this, I believe. But I can go on and on about these things. I'm bringing all this up because these are the kind of things I want to eventually talk about on this channel more often. So thank you for supporting me up to this point. Thanks for watching, and thanks for hanging out.